All right, let's journey to the very bottom of the world. We're talking about Earth's most isolated, most mysterious continent, Antarctica. Today, we're diving deep into the claims of a secret history, one that's supposedly been locked away for millennia beneath miles of ice.
And that's really the question, isn't it? What is actually going on down there? It's a place that, for all our modern technology, remains almost a complete mystery to us.
And to really get a sense of how big this mystery is, you just have to remember this one number, 98%. That's right. 98% of Antarctica is completely buried under this colossal sheet of ice that, in some places, is up to 3 miles thick. It is, without a doubt, the last true frontier on our planet.
So on the one hand, we see it as this pristine hub for international scientific research, But on the other, well, that's where you get these incredible theories. Theories that suggest a hidden past is being actively covered up. And that, my friends, is where our story really begins.
A lot of these theories really kick off with one man and his massive and, frankly, very controversial expedition, Operation Highjump. So, Admiral Richard Byrd. This guy was a legitimate American hero, a decorated explorer, the first person to fly over both poles. Then, in 1946, he leads this huge military convoy. We're talking 4,700 troops to Antarctica. The mission was called Operation Highjump. But here's where it gets weird. What was supposed to be a mission lasting for months gets cut short. Suddenly, in February 1947, they pack up and leave. The official story was worsening weather, but you have to wonder, was there something else going on? See, officially, the mission was just about scouting for potential military bases. Pretty standard stuff. But then, there's the other story. According to a secret diary supposedly found long after his death, Byrd saw something impossible. He claimed he flew his plane into a large opening at the pole and found not ice, but this lush, green world, complete with a shimmering crystal city. And the diary goes on. It says Byrd was met by a being who called himself the Master. This being told him that they were watching humanity and were deeply, deeply concerned about our new atomic weapons. They were delivering a warning to the surface world. And when he came back, Byrd allegedly reported that the mission had encountered a new enemy, an enemy with technology that could fly from one pole to the other at incredible speeds. The story goes he was secretly debriefed, sworn to secrecy, and ordered to never speak a word of it for the rest of his life. So Byrd's story is kind of the historical bedrock for all of this. But the claims? Oh, they don't stop there. Far from it. Let's jump forward to modern-day whistleblowers who claim they've seen these secrets with their own eyes. Okay, so there's this account from a retired Navy SEAL who goes by the name Spartan 1. He claims that back in 2003, his team entered a massive octagonal structure buried deep in the ice. And get this, he described these doors 18 to 30 feet thick that would just glide open with the touch of a single finger. And inside, it was a comfortable 72 degrees Fahrenheit, even though it was -40 outside. All of it was lit by this strange lime green light that had no apparent source. And then you have Brian, a flight engineer who says he was stationed there for 14 years. He reported seeing fleets of silver disc-shaped craft darting between the mountain peaks. On another flight, his crew stumbled upon this massive, 200-foot-wide hole in a restricted no-fly zone. As they got close, all their instruments went haywire. And sure enough, when they landed, they were met by men in suits from Washington and told in no uncertain terms to forget everything they saw. Eyewitness stories are one thing, and they're pretty wild. But is there anything we can actually see for ourselves? Well, online researchers believe the answer is a big yes, and it's all thanks to publicly available satellite images. Just take a look at this. This image is from South Georgia Island, which is right near Antarctica. Satellite photos caught this.
an oblong object that looks for all the world like it crash landed. And you see that massive, straight skid mark behind it? That suggests this wasn't some random rock slide. It looks like a controlled descent or a crash. And it's the shape of the object that really got people talking. Theorists immediately drew a line between it and Oumuamua, that bizarre cigar-shaped object that zipped through our solar system back in 2017, the one that Harvard's top astronomer famously and controversially suggested could have been an alien probe. The resemblance is pretty striking. So, when you take these modern sightings and whistleblower accounts and you lay them over these old historical stories, well, that's when ancient astronaut theorists say it all starts pointing to one absolutely stunning conclusion. One that connects Antarctica to our oldest, most profound myths. They start with this concept of an antediluvian civilization. Fancy word, but it just means a highly advanced society that existed before a global cataclysm, before the Great Flood. And we're not just talking about the story of Noah. Almost every ancient culture on Earth has a story about a great, world-ending flood. Now check out these parallels. Plato wrote about Atlantis, this incredible continent that was destroyed in a single day and night. But millennia before Plato, ancient Egyptian texts from the Temple of Edfu talked about a primordial island of the egg, a homeland of the gods that was destroyed by a great leaping one from the sky, which caused floods and darkness. I mean, could they be talking about the same event and the same place? And this is the absolute core of the theory, that Antarctica, before it was an ice world, was a temperate continent, that Antarctica was Atlantis, and that it was flash frozen in a single catastrophic event, a pole shift, a sudden reorientation of the Earth's crust around 13,000 years ago, preserving all its secrets perfectly under the ice. So how did this ancient civilization work? Well, one idea is the global pyramid grid theory. This says that the Great Pyramids around the world aren't tombs at all. They're advanced power generators. They were strategically placed to create a worldwide wireless energy network. And the original pyramid, the master pyramid that powered the whole grid, yep, you guessed it, it's supposedly buried right now under the Antarctic ice. So all of this, all these stories and theories, they lead us to one absolutely critical question. If any of this is true, what in the world happens when this long-lost civilization is finally revealed to us? So let's just recap. What we've looked at today are really three pillars of a potential hidden history. You've got Admiral Byrd's suppressed historical account, you have the direct testimony of modern insiders, and you have these really strange anomalies in satellite photos that, frankly, anyone with a computer can go look for. And all of these threads seem to point in one pretty incredible direction. Because if what's really down there, under all that ice, is the remnant of a lost, highly advanced civilization, its discovery would be more than just an archaeological find. As one theorist put it, a discovery like that would completely shock the entire belief system of humankind. It would change everything we think we know about our history and our place in the cosmos. And that, really, is the ultimate question we're left with. With the ice in West Antarctica now melting faster than ever, we might not have to wait very long for an answer. So what happens? What will we find when the final frontier on our own planet finally decides to give up its secrets?